Thank you, Madam Chair. I would like to offer an amendment in the nature of the substitute for the Health Data Act, or H.R. 4527, which amends the Employee Retirement Income Security Act of 1974, ERISA, to ensure employers are not contractually restricted from obtaining costs or quality of care information about their own health care plans. Since the enactment of the bipartisan No Surprises Act in 2020, the executive branch has attempted to provide regulatory guidance for the law's implementation. The issue at hand today is that Section 724, the gag clause prohibition, needs to be strengthened. The gag clause prohibition is meant to ensure employers aren't prevented by PBMs or third-party administrators from receiving important healthcare data they're entitled to see. This data allows employers to see why costs are what they are, and this access will ensure that employers are able to meet their duty to provide workers with the best plan. Employers shouldn't be barred by armies of corporate lawyers from knowing the cost of information of their own plans. The Health Data Act is an effort to close the loopholes in current law and increase transparency in the system. Service providers are circumventing current law by limiting the number of claims an employer can audit, limiting the number of audits an employer can conduct, demanding the audit be conducted by their own company, and hiding indirect compensation received by the service provider for its role administering a plan, and demanding that the audit take place on the service provider's premises. Also, the incentives of Section 724 are misaligned. As written, it restricts the health plan issuer from agreeing to a gag clause instead of the intended service providers and third-party administrators. Finally, although the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services have created a website for gag clause attestation, it has wrongly allowed service providers to attest on behalf of health plan issuers. Talk about a conflict of interest. This bill fixes an underlying bipartisan agreement, and I believe that the spirit of that agreement still stands. For those reasons, I look forward to voting for the Health Data Act. I also want to thank the Education Workforce Committee staff who have worked so hard on this bill and the incredible overall package we're voting on today, especially Taylor, Seth, CJ, Mindy, and John. With that, I yield back, and thank you.